Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost Friday, and I know you're feeling excited, as I'm also feeling excited for a nice weekend that awaits us. Today, I was thinking that so many people, as we age, people just have the tendency of letting themselves go. And I know that at a certain age, as you age, there are things that you're not gonna do that you used to do many years ago. I get that. But I just see so many people, they just let themselves go, man. I mean, it's just horrible. And the thing about it is that when people let themselves go, as you get older, you know, your appearance, you know, you start to gain all this weight. You don't care much about how clothes look on you, you know, the way you present yourself. But like I said again, as you age, you're not gonna do the things that you used to do from many years ago. I get that. It's just, I'm seeing so many people, they just let themselves go as they get older. And life should be getting better as you get older. Your life should be getting better, not worse. I hear people talk about, oh, you know, the glory days, you know, when I was younger, or they'll have a photo about how they used to look 10 or 20 years ago, right? And I look at them and I'm like, I ask myself, what happened? You know, completely different person from that photo. Like, just what went wrong? And here's the answer. You let yourself go. And I know life happens, things happen, changes are inevitable. Sometimes there are things that happen in life that are just too difficult, and they can have an impact on you. And you may end up, you know, making changes in your life, sometimes that are just not the right ones. So I've noticed this today more than ever. Just too many people. And I think that it's very important that you keep yourself fresh. You know, I personally, now being in my mid-40s, I cannot act like when I was 20 years old. I cannot do the things that I used to do when I was 20 years old. I mean, I'm gonna look silly. You know, even the way I dress, I want to dress nice. You know, I want to look nice, especially for my wife. But I understand that there's a certain way of reinventing yourself where you could still look fresh. Even at a later age, you could still look nice. And that just requires, you know, making the right changes, making the right moves. You know, and just staying on top of your appearance, you know, making sure, you know, that you take good care of your skin. I just see guys, a lot of times, they don't even take care of their skin, their nails. I'm like, what is going on here? I mean, seriously, like we have a serious problem. And I'm laughing because, you know, it's just crazy. Like when I see, you know, middle-aged men, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, what, dude, what went wrong? So, I mean, we got to fix that, you know? And I have had to take the initiative, being in my mid-40s, to make the effort and take better care of myself. You know, take better care of my skin. I know that there's people, you know, that they may not be the biggest fan of getting a haircut, you know, going to the barber shop, you know, getting a cleanup, doing your beard. I know everybody's not a fan of that, but I would recommend, especially the guys, do that at least maybe every 15 days or one time out of the month at least. And I understand that nowadays prices have changed and everything, and they charge more now, especially when you want to find, a good hairstylist. I get that. But my advice is, just try to stay fresh, guys, you're going to grow a big beard, make sure that it's nice and trimmed up, just look fresh, that helps a lot, and not only that, when you have a good appearance, when you look fresh and you dress nice and you're in shape, that creates opportunities. You're knocking on doors and you're trying to get something going for yourself, whatever that case is, whether it's a career, getting promoted, or if you're establishing a business. Believe me, a good appearance is gonna help you. That's gonna help you a lot. It's going to attract. So more than ever, take care of yourselves, reinvent yourself. I had to do it, and I've never been a fan of the whole dad bod thing. I never liked the idea of, oh, well, I'm older and, I got a beer gut, or I got a belly. I'm not down with that. For me, a dad bod is being in shape. That's my definition of a dad bod, But I really, I just feel like that's just not good. And it's not healthy anyways. When you have a gut, it's showing you, you're showing people that you're not eating well, you're not taking very good care of yourself. So you want to do that. You want to reinvent yourself if you have to do it, and just freshen up. You don't got to go crazy buying expensive clothes. All you got to do is keep it simple. Keep it simple. Me personally, I don't go for the super expensive stuff. And if I have a name brand, it's because I found it on clearance. I'm just keeping it real. That's how I do it. That's how I do it, because I don't want to live above my means. I'm not in the business of going broke because I'm trying to impress somebody. I don't want to suffer, economically because I'm trying to impress somebody else. Nah, I'm not down with that. I do want to look nice. I want to look presentable, but there's a smart way of doing it. So, I recommend, don't start going crazy, buying super expensive stuff, All you got to do is keep it simple. I mean, there's times that I have bought a t-shirt in Walmart for like $5. Set it up, put on a nice little fitted jacket, straight leg jeans, some fresh sneakers, tight little haircut, and my wife is giving me plenty of compliments. So, I mean, it's very simple. You don't gotta go crazy, spending, above your means, living above your means to reinvent yourself. It's really, really, really simple. And the thing about it is, you can wear something that's not even a name brand, but when you have done the work, when you've put in the work to get yourself in shape, looking right, man, forget about name brands. Forget about it. Whatever you wear is gonna look nice on you because you're in shape. Because ultimately, your body is the actual outfit. That's the thing. Your body is what makes the clothes look good. So I would recommend you today, if you're already at a certain age, like myself, I consider myself a man of a certain age. I'm, in my mid-40s, and I understand that life has happened to you. Things have happened. It's time to shake out of that. Reinvent yourself. Freshen up. And that way, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel good about yourself. Your self-esteem is going to go up. And doors are going to begin to open for you. as they have been happening for me lately. Just make the decision that you're gonna take better care of yourself. Don't let yourself go. Don't let yourself go. Don't do that. Have some self-love. Take good care of yourself. And as always, please be very careful with what you eat, the things you put in your body. Do not take any shortcuts in this fitness journey. It's not worth, risking your health. Do it the right way. Get in that gym, pump some iron, get yourself in shape, eat healthy, protect your mental health. Please protect your mental health. And I hope that you all have a beautiful and very blessed evening. And I will be seeing you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.